gonna be a phenomenal video. Let's check it out.
Wait.
Okay, so different host, not him. I understand. Well, that's fine though. Let's see if he's gonna teach us. Let's go.
Wait, tycoon comes from Chinese? And the word brainwashing? And even ketchup does too? So how many other...
The word brainwashing, oh my gosh. It's so difficult to restrain myself. Difficult to restrain myself to make the comment that you all know I'm thinking right now.
English words are actually Chinese?
Okay.
Well, we're going to tell you in this episode of Learn Chinese Now.
Okay.
English is a funky language. We patch together words from all sorts of different languages.
Absolutely, we all do, but anyways.
French, Latin, Greek, even languages like Arabic and Turkish. So it's natural that English would borrow some words from Chinese. But some of these words are what you would least expect. But before we start, if you like what we're doing on this channel, please give us a like, subscribe, and become a member so we can keep making videos about everything Chinese. All right, let's get into our first word.
Okay.
Gung-ho. We all know the word gung-ho. It means someone who's enthusiastic about something, maybe a little too enthusiastic. Wow.
Never heard
Someone's
of it.
really gung-ho about doing all those extra credit assignments. Man.
Guys, have you ever heard it? Because I've never heard this word. My gosh, his face. What? Yeah, I never heard of that word, but then again, so I'm not interested in this one. Let's move to the next. What's the next one? Man, it's really long. Tycoon. I want to know ketchup. Come on. Ketchup. There you go. Let's go for ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
So, ketchup is a really interesting one. Back in the 1600s, Britain was beginning to trade with the Chinese.
Yeah.
One of the cities that was doing big business back then was Amoy, which we now call Xiamen. If you look at it on a map, it's basically right across the water from Taiwan.
Okay.
So the people of Amoy had a kind of sauce made from pickled fish called Ketchup. So it's hard.
Did he pronounce it right, by the way, if you speak whatever variety of Chinese this is?
To know exactly what this tasted like, but probably a good comparison is the fish stew or yulu fish sauce. Around the late 1600s, the British brought this food back home and called it catch up, and then ketchup. They westernized it a bit by using anchovies and mushroom sauce.
A lot.
Later, an American named James Mees invented tomato ketchup.
Yeah, that's cool actually to think about it. So ketchup is its own sauce, which I wouldn't like, but then tomato ketchup is a variety made in America. Very cool. Is he a German American or something? Because for some reason I have some connections with Germany in my head.
Then people got rid of the anchovies and our great American condiment was born.
Much better if you ask me.
Now, some
Just don't make pasta with it because I'm going to flip the table.
people also use the spelling catsup.
Ketchup.
But that's just another attempt to find a way to make ketchup into English. Brainwashing.
All right, let's see.
This word comes straight from modern Chinese. In Chinese, there's a term called xinao.
Oh, yeah, xinao. Of course, he must be proficient in Mandarin. Of course, to wash like 洗手间, the toilet, the place where you wash your hands. 洗手, meaning to wash your hands. And then nao is your brain. Interestingly enough, for instance, in Mandarin, a computer is 电脑, so electric brain. And so 洗脑, cool, 洗脑.
Which literally means to wash the brain.
Yeah.
This term became synonymous with the Chinese Communist Party's use of propaganda to psychologically manipulate both its enemies and its own people.
I was going to say that. I'm like, am I going to get demonetized? Well, he said it, so demonetize him, not me.
So, how did Americans find out about the term xinao? You see, during the Korean War, sometimes the Chinese army would take American troops as prisoners.
Yeah.
And what the American generals noticed was that the Chinese were often able to get information out of the POWs and sometimes could even get them to defect to the Chinese side.
Okay.
An American journalist named Edward Hunter investigated it.
Love the history, by the way.
And found that the Chinese were using re-education techniques on the American. And when he talked to former Chinese prisoners who had been subjected to this kind of treatment, he learned about the term 洗脑. He then wrote the English term brainwashing for the first time in the Miami News in 1950 and followed it up with a book on the same subject.
Let me see. The calculated destruction of men's mind, brainwashing in Red China, and then, of course, the characters they're using, the traditional ones. 洗脑. I mean, I guess because they are more beautiful looking. The first revelation of the terrifying methods that have put an entire nation under hypnotic control. Hypnotic sounds a bit much. Explaining the mystery behind the voluntary confessions of the innocent. Wow.
And the word has been in our lexicon ever since.
Yep. And now it's relevant more than ever. Long time no see. Yeah, that sounds like a four character. I knew this. But it does, if you think about it for a moment. In English, it actually sounds a little grammatically. Well, it doesn't now, but it does sound a little. It's been a long time since I last saw you. Long time no see sounds like someone who doesn't speak English correctly. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, in reality, it's basically, it looks like a four character expression in Chinese, which are very common. And also, this is not dragon, unfortunately.
Long time no see.
Yeah, love
so
it.
in Mandarin, 好久不见 literally means
好久不见,
very
yeah.
long no see.
好久不见了. You can also add la if you meet someone. It would be like if you're familiar with the Japanese "hisashiburi" or "hisashiburi desu," to be like it's been a very long time, long time no see. Yeah, that's what it means. Then yeah, the Chinese, you can say that if you haven't seen a friend like from China or Taiwan, whatever, for a very long time, you can say 好久不见了 to mean like it's been a very long time or long time.
And you could see how maybe some Chinese people who don't speak English that well
That's what
might
I
say
think.
it this way.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you would take the Chinese term for Chinese people, or 中国人,
Yeah.
and literally that reads as China man, which is
China person. Sorry, I disagree. I'm going to be pedantic because you're proficient. Ren is person. It could be a woman or a man. To be China man, it would have to be 中国男, and then 中国女 to be China woman. But 中国人, it encompasses all genders. It's just person.
probably how the old term China man came about. Anyway, in 1892, there was a newspaper article in Boston that came out about a woman who talked with the local Chinese a lot and ended up accidentally picking up their way of speaking English.
Okay.
In the article, she said, "Maybe I think I go see my mama today.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Long time no see." That phrase got
That does sound like a Chinese who speak English now that you put it that way. Goodness gracious.
picked up in other places, and now we all know it.
Yeah.
Another phrase that we won't get into detail on is no can do, which probably comes from either
Oh, I see. 不可以,不可以. Interesting.
不可以,
Yeah.
which means not okay to be done basically, or 不能做, which literally
Can't do.
means
Yeah.
no can
Exactly.
do.
Yeah. Wow.
Saving face.
It's
In the late
interesting.
1800s, there was a missionary in China named Arthur H. Smith
course, his
who
name was
popularized the idea of saving face. He wrote a book on the characteristics of Chinese people, and he devoted an entire chapter to the concept of face. In that book, he wrote, "Face will be found to be in itself a key to the combination lock of many of the most important characteristics of the Chinese."
Yeah.
A little bit unfair? Yeah, of course. But Chinese does have these terms. There's a term called 丢脸, which literally
I didn't
means
know this
lose
one.
face. And there's another term, 微面子, which
Did he say "diu" though?
丢脸, which
I think it's 丢脸. Tell me if his pronunciation is more correct. I want to be corrected, but I wouldn't say 丢. I would say 丢, or maybe he just minimally pronounced it, perhaps. And the other one is 微面子. 微面子. Okay.
literally means lose face.
Okay.
And there's another term, 微面子, which means to do something for your face. And that's probably where the idea of saving face came from.
Interesting.
So, did you like this list of words?
Yeah, the list was really good. This guy's good. And I wanted to say in Italian, we have that too. Long time no see, we don't. We didn't acquire that one. But saving face, salvare la faccia, ti vuoi salvare la faccia? I think you can say it. Can you say it in your languages too? Let me know in the comments. 再见.